Okay, this is interesting. Here on Psalm 56, which I put out yesterday, Thursday, February the 15th. I don't usually get comments on these Bible readings, but Joe Coy's 9 says here, I don't know if you did notice, but on your part 2 video on hell, you show scriptures from a site from the KJV, and on the site Bible Gateway, the very same scriptures from the same KJV is changed. Just see my last video, upload 10 minutes long, God bless. Okay, so this might sound like a typical kind of comment, or sounds to me like a typical kind of comment I'd get on this channel, because I get the Mandela effect people constantly going on about this, that and the other's changed, look at the scriptures, blah blah blah. But I actually know Joe Coy's a little bit, I know his channel a little bit, so and he's not a Mandela effect person, so I did go over and check out his video, and it does warrant, by the looks of it, it does warrant some further investigation. So I'm just going to leave a little thank you here. Just a little thank you note there. God bless you, Joe. So this is the video Joe's put up yesterday again, February 15th, February the 15th, which was Thursday. It's Friday here. Now, I'm not going to play this. I will leave this linked in the description though. But what Joe is showing here is he's showing me reading in one of my videos, and we'll go to that video as well. I'll bring everything up now and put it all together so that we can actually investigate this, okay? What he shows here is he's showing myself reading, I'm guessing it's Luke, I think it's Luke 23, you know, I can't remember, and it's hard to see this on here. But I'll bring this video up. It's part 2 of the Hell series I put out, and we'll look at the things that Joe's claiming here. He's bringing up Bible Gateway, and he's basically saying it reads differently in the KJV. It reads differently from Blue Letter Bible. Now it does appear to do so, so we'll check it out. There might be a bit of a problem. Okay, so I've got this video here forward now. I brought this forward. Hell, the full picture part 2, which I put out on the 5th of February. Just a little less than 2 weeks ago. There it is on Blue Letter Bible. Okay, I'm just going to leave this page open for a second, because we're going to listen to this in a minute. Now here's Blue Letter Bible, just so that you can see KJV. If you click on here, you can click between various versions there, but I always leave this set on KJV when I'm reading in videos or whatever. So there's the verse. It's Luke 23:43. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, let me get my words out. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Okay, clearly 2 words there. So let's go over to Bible Gateway. Bible Gateway, we are in Luke 23, just so that you can see there. We are on Bible Gateway. So scrolling down to verse 43. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today, one word, today, let's just mark that. Today shalt thou be with me in paradise. one word. Well, they can't both be right. These are both claiming to be KJV, King James Version. You can see it clearly there, Luke 23. Let's have a look at Bible Hub with the various versions. Okay, Bible Hub, Luke 23:43. And then we've got all the different versions here. You can see in the modern versions, it's one word, okay? Today, 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 etc. Okay? And then the King James, 2 words, today. Today, clearly 2 words there. And then again, going back into the modern versions, all one word there. And pretty much all the other versions, okay? The American Standard Version, now that's interesting. The American Standard Version has 2 words hyphenated, okay? So, in other words, a hyphenated word. It's one word, but it's hyphenated. 2-day. That's very interesting there, I think. Okay. Douay Rheims says, this day. Derby Bible says, today, hyphenated. And then, this very day, in the Weymouth New Testament. And again, today, hyphenated there. So in maybe 3 or 4 versions, it's hyphenated word. But actually only in the King James, it seems, on the American King James as well. But pretty much just the King James has it as 2 words. So, I got my Bible here. I'm going to have a quick look what it says, because online anyone can type or change anything. Yeah, online could be a mistake. I mean, I'm talking about the Bible Gateway version here. Yeah, this can be a typo. Someone's forgotten to put a space to make it into 2 words. You can imagine someone's typing this out or copy and pasting or doing something, and it's very simple to make this kind of thing here. But we're going to check Luke 23. Where are we? Luke 23 verse 43. Okay, it's definitely 2 words in my Bible. Now I'm reading King James. So that's what it says in my King James there. Now I have got a New Testament that is a dual, I don't know what you call it. I've forgotten the word of it now. It's like a dual language, bilingual. So it's got both the KJV and in the Portuguese the João Ferreira. Now Luke 23 verse 43 says, today, in the KJV section, it says today. And it just says hoje, which is the Portuguese word for today. Today in the Portuguese. Okay. So 2 words I got 2 King James versions there. It's both 2 words in the hard copy, the paper and ink copy, as opposed to a digital copy like this. Now, why is this important? Okay, I'll tell you why this is important. What we're going to do is we will know for sure, okay, because we can listen. We will know for sure whether it's one word or two words as it's read. Because when we say the word, let me show you, okay? Okay, I'll explain why this is important and how we would say this differently, okay? Because what we do in English is we contract words. We take two words, we squash them together, we contract them into each other, it's called contraction, and we make one word of them. Okay, so when we say the single word today, we're not saying it in the same way as we say today. Listen to that again. Today I went shopping. Today I will go to work, etc. We actually dull this O sound. Okay, today. Because we're putting the emphasis on day, on the syllable, two syllables. We're putting the emphasis on the second syllable, day. Today. Okay, today. So what we do is to emphasize this second syllable, we're actually dulling this sound, this vowel sound of the O there. Instead of saying today, we say today. The emphasis is on the day. Okay, but when we have them as separate words, the vowel sound in two is an oo. Today, da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. One word, today, the emphasis is on day because the two part isn't so important. Okay, listen to how, let me just put my volume up if I need to, a little bit. Listen to how I would speak this now in my reading from a couple of weeks ago. He had faith. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Okay, I actually pronounced it as one word, today. But if I was more careful and more correct, I would actually read that as two words, today. Today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Jesus told him he was saved. That's the gospel right there on the cross. Okay, it's spinning a bit. Jesus says to the repentant thief, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Let's go over to Matthew chapter 12. Okay, so again, although I said that several times, I'm still reading it in a modern way. I'm still putting the emphasis on the word day, today. When really I should be reading it as today. Now, we will have a listen to this then. There's various versions here, I believe.
Luke 23.
There's 3 versions of the KJV there. Okay, we'll listen to this one first, just to see what. Now we've got to find verse 43, somewhere towards the end.
Seeing thou art in the same condemnation, and we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man hath done nothing amiss. And he said unto Jesus, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou.
Today. Okay, definitely 2 words there. Listen.
Shalt thou be with me in paradise. Our deeds, but this man hath done nothing amiss. And he said unto Jesus, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be.
Today, okay? He's not saying today, the way I read it, which was, not very correct. Got to brush up on my readings there. Okay, let's listen to Paul Mims. His reading is much shorter by the looks of it.
And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man hath done nothing amiss. And he said unto Jesus, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me.
Now he said it more like one word, today. Today. Yeah, that's interesting, huh? Okay. And the dramatized version.
Chapter 23. And the whole multitude of them arose, and led him unto Pilate. And they began to accuse him, saying,
We found this fellow perverting the nation.
And he said unto Jesus,
Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
And Jesus said unto him,
Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in...
Better. Today, 2 words.
Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with...
Today. Okay? So, actually, though I like Paul Mims' readings, his was the least correct of the 3 there, I think. People are going to say I'm nitpicking, but I'm not. I'm going to show you now why I'm not nitpicking, and this is important. Okay, this is on etymology.com. Let me just show you. Online etymology. I don't know why they've made their logo so small like that. Okay, today. Adverb. Today. Today, one word, okay? It's Old English. It goes back to around the 1300s, okay? So it means on this day, today. That's the meaning. It from to, at, on, see to, and day, meaning, look, in modern times. Well, if that was the meaning, it even means on this day, today, right here and now, or it can mean in modern times. So we'd say today's science, today's religion, today's television, today's whatever, today's literature, okay, meaning in modern times. Now, that wouldn't make sense in context of Luke 23. Let's just have a look. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, in modern times shalt thou be with me in paradise. Not meaning today's literature, today's film, today's whatever, sport, whatever. Yeah, it means to on this day shalt thou be with me in paradise. I mean, I think that's pretty clear. And this is the kind of point that Joe Coyes was making on his video as well. That if you have versions that remove this this space, I mean, I don't think it changes the meaning, okay? But Joe was making a point. Whether you can decide whether that's a valid point or not, I don't think it's a greatly important point. But the meaning of the expression today has changed. I don't think it has. I'll show you why. Because look, so it's from the 1300s. As a noun today, that makes more sense. As a noun, I was wondering why this is an adverb. As a noun from 1530s, generally written as 2 words until the 16th century. Okay, so after the 16th century, after which Then you got your the 16th century is when you got the Geneva Bible and various other English Bibles. Then the early 17th century you got the KJV, after which it is usually written today hyphenated until early 20th century. See, now this is where the problem lies, because it was generally written as 2 words, okay, up to and around about the time of the KJV, and then after which it is usually written today, as opposed to what? Not as opposed to 1 word, as opposed to the 2 words, okay, until the early 20th century. Then it becomes 1 word. You see, it didn't become 1 word, but it became it became a hyphenated word sometime after the 16th century. Well, the KJV has it as 2 words. Absolutely. It's only Bible Gateway that's got this wrong. It's 2 words, even at the time of the King James writers, they didn't hyphenate it. We can check that. Okay, we'll do a little copy and paste with the hyphen here. Have a look in Blue Letter Bible. No, okay. Occurs 0 times hyphenated, okay. So it's not in the KJV at all as a hyphenated 1 word. It's always going to appear as the 2 words, today. Okay, and it's giving all the examples of today as 2 words there. We can have a look if it's 1 word at all anywhere in the KJV. No, 0 times in 0 verses. Why? Because it doesn't exist as 1 word today. That word does not exist. That's the problem with what's going on here, yeah? Because they've got a word here in Bible Gateway. See that? This is the website, Bible Gateway. They've got it in Bible Gateway as 1 word, but it doesn't exist. That's the problem. It doesn't exist as 1 word in the time that this book was written, the KJV. That word does not exist. That's the problem. Okay, now let's see if we can. How do we email them? I don't know. I would probably have to make an account and log in. Bible Gateway on Facebook. Okay, what we'll do is we'll go there. Okay, this is Bible Gateway on Facebook. There we are, Bible Gateway. I'll leave them a message here. If anybody does know their email address, I mean, I'll have a look for it as well after this. But is it possible to leave them a message? I mean, maybe not. Posts. I'll comment. You can comment on their posts. It's not. Send messages. Okay. I'll send them a message then. I'm just going to write this in short little chunks so that they don't ignore it, basically. So as I believe your main website, on your main website, there is an error in the text. Luke 23:43 in the KJV should read today, 2 words, but it appears you have it as today, 1 word. The problem with this is that today was not 1 word at the time of the KJV. Okay, and then I've just asked them if they would like me to email. Could they please provide me with the email address? Okay, so that's that then, really. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Joe Coys for pointing this out. Now, he does make a very good point, although I may not agree with him on the issue that it changes the meaning significantly. He makes a very good point that how reliable are the online digital versions of Scripture? Because, you know, this is just one example, but, you know, I tend to use the Blue Letter Bible, but I'm not checking it against... I do have my Bible at hand at all times. Praise be. But often, you know, I'm making videos, I'm not actually physically checking the text or checking it against other websites, you see, so there could be a problem. So Joe makes a good point that, how reliable are these websites? Okay, so Bible Gateway got back to me here. They've given me an email address to let them know about it there, which I shall proceed to do. Just leave a nice little polite message there. Okay, so that's the email, supported Bible Gateway. Okay, so I pretty much just repeated what I've said before. This has gone to their support team or whatever it is they have there, the Bible Gateway. So as I believe there's a possible error on your main website, it concerns the verse Luke 23:43 in the KJV version, in which you use the word today, one word, when I believe the correct rendition would be today, two words. The problem lies with today not being rendered in English until much later in the history of the language. I've cross-referenced my own copies of the KJV and also other online Bible websites which concur that the verse should read today. Thank you for your time. God bless. Okay, so I will send that now. Okay, so there's my email. Okay, so they probably won't get back. It says ticket numbers, blah blah blah, error in online Bible version. But it looks like it says please be aware that our business hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, EST, I guess that's Eastern Standard Time or something, Eastern something time in the US, and we'll reply to your message during that time frame. Okay, I have had this response back pretty much straight away, which says, thank you for contacting us about the typo you found in the KJV. We aren't currently correcting reported errors in the King James Bible because it's in the public domain. Okay, so our policy for fixing typos is to pass them on to the publisher so that the copyright owner of the text can make the changes. Because the KJV is in the public domain, we don't have an owner or authority with whom to discuss corrections like we do for our other Bible translations. For this reason, we've made the decision to leave the public domain KJV as is and to focus instead on a more reliable KJV translation, the Authorized King James Version from Cambridge University Press. You can find that translation here. Let's just check, because personally I don't use Bible Gateway very often at all. Okay, so there is an AKJV version here. where is it? Where will you find this? Look, there it is. Okay, so let's put in Luke 23, okay? Luke 23, 43, search. So there you are, there's your correct verse 43 there. Today, okay? So, I mean, I think the reason I've not had this problem before is because I don't really use this website a great deal. I do occasionally come in and listen to the recordings of the chapters, yeah. But even then, I'm going to have to listen to. Let's just put in the whole chapter here. Search. There's okay. You can't listen to it. How interesting. Okay. You can't listen to the Authorized King James Version. Okay, so that's taught me something today then. Okay. But yeah, I would advise then, if you're going to use Bible Gateway to read the KJV, then you come in and read the AKJV, the Cambridge edition there. Okay, it seems like it's got the correct text in. Let's just go, I'm going to go back to the KJV. There we are. Let's just go, let's see what it says in Genesis 1. Okay, it does say heaven and earth. That's the first thing I check is Genesis 1:1. The counterfeits will say heavens and earth and the earth. Okay, but I'm not going to check all that out. I mean, it's up to you guys, really, what websites you use, which Bible versions you use, etc. For me, it's the KJV, but if I'm on this site now, I will use the AKJV, wherever it's gone again. Where is it? I'll use the AKJV, unless I want to listen or use, unless I want to listen to the recordings. Then I'm going to have to listen to the KJV, because look, click, and you'll see then there's no recordings of the AKJV on Bible Gateway. Bit of a shame, but there we are. Okay, but there are other sites you can use. You know, it's not for me to advertise these sites one way or the other. There are a number of sites you can use. This is one of them. Blue Letter Bible's another. Bible Hub's another. But I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm going to stick with what I use. Okay, I use the Blue Letter Bible for when I'm doing recordings of the Bible chapters, Bible readings, etc. I tend to use that one mainly because it's one of the first ones I used, so I'm much kind of freer and able to navigate around that site. These other websites are fine as far as I know, but I just don't know the websites as well. But there's a little thing for you there, just something that we can all learn from today. Well, some people will already know this anyway, so obviously I'm not talking to those people, but for people that are looking for different places to find their readings or to do recordings of Bible readings, etc., then my advice would be, if you are on this website, Bible Gateway, to use the AKJV. Okay, now this is straight from the horse's mouth, from Elizabeth. I'm not calling her a horse. This is straight from their advice here. They're saying that they focus on a more reliable KJV version. Okay, this is in their own words. Yeah, the authorized King James Version from Cambridge University Press, the AKJV Bible. Okay, that's what they're calling this version. They're calling it more reliable. Okay, so that's not my words. I would reiterate that, of course. It's my words as well. But that's their words there. I'm just going to leave a quick reply for Elizabeth now. But for the rest of you guys, may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all. May the saints salute you. So stay in the Word, stay in prayer, stay close to God. He's your only hope. Jesus Christ is your only salvation. Never forget that our God is a mighty, wonderful, powerful God. Amen. And with that, I'll wish you all a blessed evening and a wonderful weekend ahead. And I'll be back soon with more Bible readings and hopefully some new material, maybe some teachings or whatever the Lord puts in my path for me to share with you over the coming weeks and months. Okay, amen.